getting ready to start this postseason classic.
Texas.
And no chance at a return here. Start this drive at their own 25.
On the ready.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And not much going on downfield. They just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Complete. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Got it behind the line. It's Moore. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
It's third down.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game score.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here. Bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now. They get the big stop.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want. So what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. These corners backing off a bit. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced a punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble, but doesn't do them a lot of good as it was fourth down, and they'll give up the ball. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. To the air, it's Manning. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's going for the goal line.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Floats it out in space. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And it slips just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He wants to take the top off. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires left. He's got it. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Going right and going deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And for defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB, nowhere to go with the football.
That's caught. It's Anderson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change.
Throws toward the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Manning. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. Tag! Touchdown, Tigers! The defense putting points on the board.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
Well, it's 3rd and short, so you look for your easiest throw and easiest completion. That's to the tight end. He makes the catch, and you move the chains.
Finds his man. It's Washington. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 10, LSU 7.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Gonna look downfield again. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Catch in the middle. It's Wingo. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again.
He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the side.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They'll send the back in motion. He's taking the deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And it's now or never. It's do or die for this offense. Fourth down, late in the game, trailing. They absolutely have to connect and move the chains right here. This thing's over.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's going up top here late in the game. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, he's still on his feet. Touchdown, Tigers! They move on top here on the fourth.
And it just wouldn't have gotten to order. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
LSU 14, Texas 10.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Off and running. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Texas! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Who can you count on in those big moments? Who can make those big plays? Who do you trust, and they trust the receiver to run a go and to run right by the DB. He makes the play, breaks the tie, takes the lead for this football team.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got the quick pass. Out across the 20, they'll mark him out of bounds right at the 21-yard line. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Green. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. They're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
Makes the grab. It's Watkins. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On third down, going up top. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Here's the heat. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that first down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll try it over the left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a third and long. They go to the ground. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season. to AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Shoot, quick toss to the right. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right front.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down. And now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw. It's Aller. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Nittany Lions move the chains with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're in the Big Ten and you're at Penn State.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
At the 11-yard line. Third down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Balls and fired complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Grab behind the line, it's Reynolds. That defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll move the tight end. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Nice move to keep running. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
How about that? Welcome, folks, to Hard Rock City and the home of the Dolphins here in Miami, Florida. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit, and this is it. This football season's ultimate game. Time to find out who's going to emerge as national champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Dropping back, it's Sayan. On the move now. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch, does get the foot down. The Buckeyes will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I'd like to think that winning...
Swarm for the pass rush, a sack.
But a lot of times when you see a sack like this, you got to give a lot of credit to the coverage downfield. I don't think the quarterback really felt good about anybody being open, so he held the ball just a little bit too long and allows the defense to come up with the first sack of the game.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
This secondary knows how to keep their eye on the football and how to break on the ball. I thought the receiver was open. I thought it was going to be a completion. It gives you an idea of how instinctive and how athletic he is by getting into the way of that and knocking it away.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking for a man deep on the right side. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. The Buckeyes are on the move here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. He lets it go. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They strike first in this national title bout. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, they'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. To throw, it's Manning. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Looking to pass here on second down. The receiver grabs it. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid game.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
And isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll try the ground game here. Touchdown, Texas, as they answer with their first score of this title game. But they were backed up to start the drive with some bold play calling, great execution, and they reached the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Texas.
Bringing it out. It's Tate. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Back to throw. It's Sayin. He escapes the pocket. Trying to create here on the move. The pass is intercepted. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Receiver in motion now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play. second down play coming up.
That's the end of the first quarter. Tie at 6.
The offense behind the 6, off schedule there after the first down play. Off play action, he's looking to throw. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football and brings up a third down.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on third down? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. He made the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Quick throw misses his mark there, incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on third down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. He got it. The field goal's good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Back to throw. It's Ncaa. Pressure is coming. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Going to try to use his legs here. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. Buckeyes will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. First down and 10 now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looks to the left for a quick throw. Oh, what a grab! He's in the clear. Powering through the defender. Forced out of balance, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal.
Boy, huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. The gain is 5, so it's 2nd and 5 now.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
A quick throw to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Longhorns.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. So here we go. First play of the drive. Under 2 minutes before halftime. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to throw. It's Ncaa. Defense is coming after him. Aggressive ball, a deep shot on 1st down, but incomplete.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his 2nd touchdown alone here in the first half.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Lets it go quickly. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Catch hauled in here over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. He keeps it. QB draw. The Buckeyes are going to keep this drive rolling. Here's a 1st down, not wasting any time after that conversion on 4th. The pass rush closing in. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Big shot downfield here early in the game. Couldn't quite connect, but even on an incompletion, these deep shots do a good job of keeping those safeties back and can open up other aspects of this offense.
Send the back in motion. Scanning the field. It's Ncaa. The defender gets a hand in there to break the... Up.
Man, I love to see linebackers in today's game. They're physical enough to be able to be in the box and defend the run because that's their main primary job. But here you can see the athletic ability to be in man coverage and be able to make a play and knock the ball away.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Grab down the middle. It's Tate. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. The defense showing blitz here. Needs a completion here on fourth down. He finds his target. He has the first. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Handoff to the right side. He breaks free. Breaks into the clear. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to scramble to his left. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Looking to throw. It's Sayan. Launching one to the end zone. Looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
Boy, what was the quarterback thinking here? You're inside the 10-yard line. You got a chance to put points up on the board. You can't just randomly throw the ball into coverage like this.
Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Second down, they're going to throw it. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into the tight window.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course.
On the ready. Easy.
From the shadow of the goal line, looking to throw the ball. And it falls incomplete. They tried for a big chunk play on the final play of the period. Buckeyes will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Second half started with the running play. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just for 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. He was a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him. Critical third down play for this offense right here. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. To the air, it's Manning. Short throw complete to the tight end. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline waiting for your turn to get another chance.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Short pass finds the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Not much of a gain there, Kirk. The defense paying close attention to the tight end.
Yeah, really good coverage that time. They're aware of exactly where he is on the field. They took him away completely. I gave him a completion, but not many yards.
And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Well, this is exactly what the defense talked about at halftime, coming up with a stop to start this second half. Now they've done that on this 3rd down. We'll see what happens with the decision on 4th down, but the defense looks like a very different kind of energy to start the second half.
Longhorns bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sayan. A deep shot to the right. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. Brought down after a short return to the 24. What a crucial takeaway.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
They'll run it to the right side. Second effort. Their defense cannot stop him short of the marker.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Fights off a defender. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. 2nd down play coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Now a big decision coming up here on 4th.
The Longhorns will have to punt this one away. Looking to kick it away. It's a fake. Looking for an open man. And this is caught. Can he get to the sticks? Here he goes.
Wow, what a call here by the coach. And how about the arm by the up man? What an impressive throw for that 1st down.
Longhorns pick up enough yardage to get a 1st down. Longhorns come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass, it's Manning. With the catch, it's Baxter.
The running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
A completion makes it second down. Oh, looks like the defense jumped offside there. If that's the case, this will be a first down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Offense on the move now as that penalty gives them a fresh set of downs. Grinding away with a running game. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, at least there's some positive yards there from this run game. It hasn't been pretty today. It's really, to me, kept them out of finding any kind of offensive rhythm. Now, they have the lead, but it's despite this offense not necessarily having their best day.
Offense has got this drive going now. A killer penalty to extend it. A fresh set of downs now. They go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. The Longhorns looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. See what they can do here. 3rd down and goal from the 1. Can look for the sweep. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas.
And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the first play of the drive now for the 25. Back to pass. It's Sayan. Bringing pressure. Fires it on the move. Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
He gets loose. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on 1st down now.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there.
Looking deep down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
What a score by this offense, and the greatest thing, Chris, is they still left themselves with a little bit of time, and now you're thinking onside kick if they can recover it. You never know.
P&T is good. They draw within 3, 24-21. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. On the hands team, all over that to make the recovery. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Now the coverage team a little bit eager there. Got to make sure the ball travels 10 yards before touching it. And the penalty will ruin the chance for a recovery and set the offense up. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. He'll hand it off. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Chewing clock with the running game. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run, you can go to play action, really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Stop, but it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 18.
Well, really, Chris, it all came down to this moment. The offense does their job, picks up the 1st down on 3rd down, and I think that's it.
They're going to run it here. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground here. And that run produces a decent gain.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
They make the tackle, but that's enough for a 1st down, and that should do it. And the flag is out before the snap. The defense may have been a little bit over-eager that time. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. For the last team standing at the top of the mountain, Kirk, national champions.
Well, it's been so much fun to watch this team play all year long. They've had some challenging moments. They've been able to overcome them. And how fitting, a close game in the national championship. They come through one more time. And as you say, they hold the trophy. They are the national champions of the year.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.